Hello, Jason Peck here again. Welcome back to another episode of the Kitchen Table Startup Show. Here I am in the Kitchen Table studio. In this episode, I wanted to just talk about an article that I'd read a little while ago. It was written by a guy called Steve Weiss. I've got it on my computer here. Give me a second. Steve Weiss of Zacuto USA, which is a camera rental company in Chicago. I don't know why I gestured like that. Chicago's not that way. Anyway, the article says, the article posits his theory about the future of television. And this is very interesting to me because my wife and I cut the cord with cable in 2010. So it's been quite a long time that we've been without any sort of cable or TV. We have a television set, we have a physical device, and what we do, currently we stream Netflix through it. We use our phone and a Chromecast app and connect that to the TV, and we stream Netflix that way. In the past, we've streamed Amazon Prime, and we've had Hulu, but we don't have those now, we're just with Netflix. Oh, and we use YouTube as well. And his theory is that traditional networks will eventually die off. Businesses and conglomerates will have their own streaming and their own television, essentially. And then it got me thinking about Walmart.
Disclaimer, the show is in no way sponsored by Walmart Inc., its divisions, subsidiaries, or the Walton family, although it wouldn't be bad if it were. The stores seem nice, the prices are reasonable, and the employees are always approachable.
Walmart sort of tentatively did this. They've got a streaming service. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look it on I don't know it all in my head, looking at my computer. They use a service called Vudu. Vudu was an independent streaming service that was created many years ago, and then it got bought by Walmart. Excuse me, I'm going to drink tea in this episode. It's a good one. And this is really interesting to me, so I was reading a little bit about it. And it turns out in 2010, Walmart actually created their own original TV pilots. I think there's something like half a dozen of them. You can Google it. They're on YouTube somewhere. You can find them. I've seen them. They did it in partnership with Procter & Gamble. And what was interesting, though, is a couple of things that was interesting about it to me. The first was that just looking at the couple of trailers that I saw, it seemed as though they had a bunch of these products and then they created shows around the products. Instead of creating original shows or movies and then dropping in the product placements as we're typically used to, you see a character drinking a Coke and you suddenly kind of go, I need some Coke right now. I'm not sure why. You see that, but it seemed as though there were all these mountains of products that they had that they were trying to push, and then it seemed as though, I'm not saying that this is the case, it seemed as though they then built these shows and stories around these products, which kind of seemed like an odd way to do it. And from what I read, the shows didn't take off. The pilots didn't succeed. Maybe that was one of the reasons why. Another reason that was interesting to me is that Walmart and Procter & Gamble created these pilots and then they put them on NBC. But I think they had Vudu at that point. So it's kind of unusual for me to think, why would you put them on NBC if you've got these original shows, make them exclusive to Vudu, and then drive people towards Vudu? It's exactly what Netflix was doing they did it with House of Cards, they did it with Hemlock Grove, Orange is the New Black. If you're interested in seeing these shows, sorry, you got to subscribe to our service. And then you subscribe and they hope that you could get hooked, and the writing is generally, and the acting is really very good. And a lot of these shows, you kind of think, well, I'm hooked now, I got to keep this subscription. But it seemed unusual to me that they had the infrastructure in place, and yet they didn't use it to distribute these original pilots. And the thing is, another thing I was reading is that some people think that Walmart is finished. Amazon is just going to completely replace them because, you know, if you sign up for Prime, you get next day delivery. And I kind of think, yeah, I'm not sure, because Walmart will still exist for quite a number of years, I think. They do offer a lot of cheap products, and you can actually go in, pick something up in your hand, and then leave. Now, I know we're at that sort of transition point, I think, where a lot of brick and mortar stores are going to be going away, and a lot of, you know, the things that we use and the things that we buy are going to be digital, like music we stream now, movies and TV shows we stream. It's rare that we go and actually physically buy a DVD. I can't honestly remember when we last bought a DVD. Can't remember. So I don't think Walmart is finished quite yet. However, I do think they need to try to get up to speed and really push this Vudu, because I think it could be the thing for them. They could really push their way into the digital content and digital streaming space. And I mean, why not? They've got the infrastructure. Vudu exists as its own separate website, and I think you can also buy a movie or TV show through the Walmart website. I'm saying this now, and I'm not 100% certain that that's true. I'm kind of sure, like 50% certain. And I don't know, I've never done it. I've never bought a movie from Walmart. I just haven't. And I think you can also go in, pick up a physical DVD of a movie or TV show, and then get access to it online with the Vudu account, I think. Not really sure. Look, I'm getting into areas now that I'm lacking knowledge in. But I do think it's interesting, looking at Steve Weiss's theory, that there should be more, or there could potentially be more, major conglomerates, major corporations creating their own digital streaming content. Come on, Walmart. You can do it. Hello, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please give us a like and a subscribe. Thanks very much for watching.